My best friend's little sister begged us to teach her parkour. She was 12 and obsessed with those YouTube videos where people jump between buildings. We were 16 and thought we were experts because we'd been doing basic parkour for 2 years in our neighborhood. Every time we'd come back from practice, sweaty and talking about our latest moves, she'd be there waiting on their front porch, eyes wide, asking a million questions about how we did that wall run or that precision jump. Please, just one lesson, she kept saying. I'll do anything. I'll clean your room for a month. I'll give you my allowance. Her brother Danny would always shut her down immediately. No way, Sophie. Mom would kill me if you got hurt. But she was persistent, like annoyingly persistent. She'd follow us around with her phone, recording our sessions from the fence. She even bought her own parkour gloves with her birthday money. One Saturday, Danny was in a good mood because he'd finally nailed this wall flip he'd been working on for weeks. Sophie hit him with her usual routine, but this time added, I've been practicing basic rolls in my room for 3 months. I watch tutorials every night. Danny looked at me, then back at his sister. She had this hopeful expression that could melt steel. Fine, he said, but we start with baby stuff, just basic vaults over park benches, and if you get even a tiny scratch, we're done forever. Sophie literally squealed and ran inside to get her gloves. We went to the elementary school playground after hours. The place was empty, except for some teenagers smoking behind the basketball courts. Sophie was practically vibrating with excitement, asking if we should stretch first and whether she needed to tie her hair back. Okay, lesson 1, I said, pointing to the low concrete barriers around the flower beds. These are maybe 18 inches high. Perfect for learning. We showed her the basic technique, hands down, legs over, land soft. Keep your core tight, don't look down, trust your body. She absorbed every word like we were teaching her the secrets of the universe. Her first attempt was shaky but successful. By her 5th try, she was clearing it smoothly. By her 10th, she looked like she'd been doing it for months. This is so much easier than it looks on YouTube, she said, grinning. Danny and I exchanged glances. She was good. Way better than either of us had been when we started. Can we try something higher? She asked after nailing the vault 20 times in a row. The playground had these metal picnic tables scattered around, about waist high on her, maybe 3 feet. Not exactly dangerous, but definitely the next logical step. I don't know, Danny said, suddenly looking uncertain. That's a pretty big jump from the barriers. Come on, Sophie pleaded. I'm ready. You saw how I did with the easy ones. I looked at the table. It wasn't that high. We'd been vaulting things twice that size since we were her age. I said, if you don't nail it perfectly, we go back to the barriers. We demonstrated the technique first. Run up with confidence. Plant your hands shoulder width apart. Swing your legs over as one unit. Land with bent knees. Sophie watched intently, asking us to show her again from the side angle. I think I've got it, she said, walking back about 10 feet to get her running start. She looked so focused, so determined. The same expression Danny got when he was about to attempt something new. Remember, Danny called out, if it doesn't feel right mid-jump, just abort. Better to crash into the table than overshoot. Sophie nodded, took a deep breath, and went for it. Her approach was perfect. Good speed, confident stride. She planted her hands exactly where we'd shown her. Her form was textbook as she swung her legs over. Everything was going right until the very last second. Right as she was coming down, her left shoe caught the edge of the table. Instead of landing clean on her feet, the catch threw off her balance completely. She went face first into the concrete with this awful sound like a watermelon hitting pavement. We ran over and she wasn't moving. Blood was pooling under her head, spreading faster than seemed possible. Her legs were twisted at wrong angles. Danny was screaming her name, shaking her shoulders, begging her to wake up. I called 911 with hands that wouldn't stop shaking. The operator kept asking questions I couldn't answer through my panic. The paramedics worked on her for 20 minutes before they finally stopped and covered her with a yellow sheet. Danny moved schools the next semester and blocked my number. I haven't touched parkour since that day, but I still wake up hearing that sound.